Hello, everyone. Welcome to Made You Wook. This is my very first episode. I'm excited. I'm very excited. So, as it being the very first episode, there is a lot of trial and error issues going on right now, such as this lovely cord. If you're watching, it's probably going to be, not probably, it will be in your sight the entire time. So, I apologize for that. And I just recorded this whole thing, this whole episode. And then when I went to go to my phone to go watch it, there was a little lovely notification that said iPhone storage full. So it only recorded 2 minutes of it. So this is my second time going through this. I'm really just hoping I deleted enough things for this to work out. Yeah. I am not gonna lie, it feels really strange to be talking to a microphone, and I wish you guys could see what I'm looking at because I'm literally looking at a ring light with my phone next to it, and it's just like so bizarre. Like, I'm not used to this. But I have my lovely matcha, and let's just jump right in. I feel like I can't make direct eye contact with anyone right now. I'm feeling nervous. It's really weird. It's really strange. It's just bizarre. I need to get used to this. Anyways, jumping right in. This first episode isn't going to be anything super crazy. It's more of like an intro and kind of just telling you guys what I want this podcast to be like and kind of tell you guys a little bit about me, I guess. I have a great assumption that most of the people watching this first episode are people that I already know, so I feel like I don't really need to say like who I am. I don't even know if I said my name. My name is Miley. There's that. So about me, since you're asking, I first started like to get into EDM about a year and a half ago from my bestie Ariel. Shout out Ariel, I freaking love you. She had like just gotten back from EDC. I think this was 2023, and she was like, you should come to EDC with us next year, 2024. And I was like, fuck it, sure. I love doing things. I'm like a very like experienced person. I like to experience things. So I was like, yeah, I bought a ticket for EDC 2024. Mind you, I have never listened to EDM in my entire life. I had heard house music before because I would go to like frats. Ugh. And like bars play house music sometimes. Like sometimes there's like DJs at the bars down here. So I was familiar with house, and I had seen Dom Dalla before, but it was like a terrible experience. I will get into that story another time, but I basically hated Dom Dalla, and Dom Dalla is going to EDC 2024. That's not the point. Let's backtrack a little bit. I'm like really worried that this is not going to record. Okay, slay. So yeah, I have my ticket for EDC 2024. I have no idea what the fuck I'm getting myself into because the only festival I had been to prior to that was like a festival in Ireland, which amazing. And I saw like some EDM artists there, but it never like really caught my attention. So following up to EDC, about like 3 months before EDC 2024, I was in Texas for my cousin's wedding, and I accidentally booked my flight home a day later than the rest of my family because I'm slightly stupid. And so my other cousin, not the one that just got married, my other cousin was like, hey, you can either go to a rave tonight with me or stay home. And I was like, well, I should probably go to a rave so I can prepare myself for EDC, right? Nothing prepares you for EDC, by the way. EDC is its own thing. So I go, and I had the time of my life. I instantly just fell in love with the EDM community and like everyone in it. Everyone was just so beautiful, and it's just everyone was so happy, and it was just such a welcoming place. Like, I was cold, and this guy just, like, gave me his pashmina. Like, a random guy just gave me his pashmina, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, that's so nice. Wow. And I saw, like, girls trading candy, and I was like, that is so cool. Like, I want to do that. That night, I saw Black Tiger Sex Machine and Dabin, which I honestly probably wouldn't see them now, like, if I was going on my own somewhere, but I don't know, just like that night, like seeing all the happiness and like the plur, like literally just seeing it in real time, I instantly knew that like I wanted to be a part of something like this. And literally ever since then, I have not listened to normal music. I mean, it's not that EDM isn't normal, but it's literally like robot noises, half the songs that I listen to. And I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. So, yeah, then I went to EDC, had a spectacular time. And that summer, I went to Hard Summer just for one day, literally just because I wanted to see Subtronics. Chef's Kiss, amazing. And then I didn't go to anything for an entire year after that. And then this past year, or the past like 6 months, I have gone to a festival or show every single month since July. So I went to Love Long Beach in July, and then I went to Hard Summer in August, and then September I went to Same Same but Different. So amazing. Literally the best festival I've ever been to. And then I went to Wicked Oaks in Texas in October, and November I just went to Apocalypse, and then last weekend I went to Subtronics, and next weekend I'm going to Tape B, and then I'm going to Decadence, Arizona, because Grizz is doing Countdown, and there was no shot. I was missing that. Also, I'm sorry if I'm not making enough eye contact. It is really strange to talk to my phone. I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know. Are people going to be watching this or listening to it? Or neither? Who knows? So, yeah, that is all the shows and festivals I've been to. I guess I've been to a couple other shows. Does anyone really care about that, though? I don't think so. But I've also been to 2% and Gorilla Tea, which was fire. And I think that's it. I think I named everything. Yeah, and then recently in August, I really got into the Flow Star. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Most of my friends have Flow Stars too, so it's really fun to be a part of that. And I will say, like, the Flow Star community is so phenomenal. I've seen some controversy on it on TikTok. I have seen some people saying, like, the Flowstar community is not nice, but I have not experienced the mean side of Flowstar. I've only experienced the good side. I have some like really awesome mutuals on TikTok that I just love watching people's videos of them Flowstarring. Like literally everyone is so good at it, even if you think you're like not good, like you're good. It's so much fun, and it's so nice to like be able to feel connected with people through literally a weighted cloth. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so now I just want to talk about like what I want this podcast to kind of be like and kind of my goals and like aspirations, I guess. The main reason I started this podcast is literally just for fun. It's just something to do in my free time. And I don't know, I just have a really good feeling about it. It really came out of nowhere. The name Made You Wook was just too good to like not do anything with it. And yeah, one of my friends at Same was like playing with this like these little like metal bead things, and he was spelling something out. I was like, what are you spelling? And he was like, Made You Wook. And I was like, Made You Wook? That is the most genius thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm stealing that. And so I did. And then I literally like made an Instagram account. I changed my TikTok username. I made an email like instantly because I was like, I need to do something with the name Made You Wook. but I have zero interest in making like rave clothes because I already like experimented in fashion industry and I really hated it. So I was like, no, I'm not making rave clothes. I'm not like, I don't know. I went through a lot of trial with what I could do with this, and then I was out at dinner with my dad and my friends and my dad's best friend, and he suggested a podcast, and I was like, that is, I can do that. I can do that. I love talking. And for some reason, I've had like regulars at my work tell me that I have like a voice of like a radio show talk host. Was that English? I don't know. A talk show host voice, a podcast voice. I don't know. And now I'm just fulfilling my regular's dreams of being a podcaster. What can I say? You're welcome. So that's how this idea of a podcast began. And I sat on it for like 2 months, thinking about it every single day. Like, should I do it? Should I not? It's kind of cringy to start a podcast, I fear. I feel like girls saying, let's start a podcast is the equivalent to men saying, we should open a bar. Like, it just doesn't work. It's not gonna work. You're not gonna open a bar and be successful like that. Like, starting a podcast, you're not gonna start a podcast and be successful like that, which I don't expect to. So yeah, then I sat on it for 2 months thinking about it every single day. I would write down ideas every single day. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. Yes, it's embarrassing. Yes, it's kind of cringy. But who cares? Literally, who cares? And then, yeah, I just like literally planned everything out the past 2 months. I've literally been like consistently planning everything out. And here we are on the very first episode. I'm stoked. I'm literally so stoked. This is just like so random and like fun and yeah. Okay, so unfortunately my phone keeps running out of storage. So I was just recording for like 15 minutes without me knowing that I was not actually recording again. So this is something I'm going to need to figure out before next episode. But back to what I was saying. Basically just going over like the goals and like aspirations I have for this podcast. I'm trying to keep my expectations low because if I don't succeed, then it won't feel as big as a failure if I had like such high expectations. Like, I don't know, I'm just doing it for fun. Like, it's nothing like serious right now. Of course, I would love it to be something serious. It would be just like so much fun if I got to interview DJs and stuff. That is like ideal situation. If this podcast were to do really well, I would like it to be something where I could interview DJs and other people too. Like, I would love to interview like different types of flow artists and interview like small rave business owners and rave influencers, which I know is a controversy as well. I don't know why there's so much hate towards rave influencers because that's like such a cool like job. You're literally getting paid to go to festivals and make content at festivals. Like, that's awesome. I personally hate being on my phone at a festival or a show. Like, I hate being on my phone because I have a constant fear that my phone is going to get stolen. So I don't know how they like make content. And also, if they're having fun with like this girl named Molly, how are they making content? That's kind of crazy. Anyways, back to my goals. Yeah, I would love to interview DJs. Like, I have such an ongoing list of DJs that I would like love to interview. Obviously, I'd like to interview like the bigger name DJs like Subtronics, Tape B, Levity, Grizz. The list goes on and on. But I also would like to interview like smaller DJs, like my favorite SoundCloud DJs, because I literally only listen to music. Okay, also, I need to stop saying literally because it's driving me nuts. So let's cut that word out of my vocabulary. I only listen to music on SoundCloud now. So I have a lot of favorite DJs that are smaller, like Costa, Spoon. There's so many. I literally can't think. Literally. There's so many small DJs I love. I just can't think of any of their names right now. So that's awesome. But I love my SoundCloud DJs. And I will literally interview any person. Like, I'm not joking. I will literally interview anyone. If you want to come on my podcast, this is your invitation. Please come, because I will literally interview anyone in the EDM industry, world, community, anyone that's interested in being on my podcast. Let me know. Like, let's figure it out. Let's set it up. I'll interview anyone. Basically, if I can't get interviews with anyone, the episodes will just be filled with me talking about anything rave related. I have a lot of ideas written down. The first 3 episodes are kind of going to be like trial and error of things, I guess. Just trying to get my flow of things and just whatever. They probably won't be the longest episodes. This episode really won't be that long. I just wanted it to be kind of an introduction and kind of just tell everyone what it's kind of gonna be like. But yeah, first 3 episodes, I have everything planned out for 12 episodes. First 3 episodes are just gonna be of me. My 4th episode is gonna be me with some of my friends, because I'm gonna record at Decadence. I'm not recording at Decadence. I'm recording when we're getting ready for Decadence, because I'm not I'm not bringing a mic to the festival. Sorry, guys. But after that, who knows? The world is my oyster. Is that the saying? The world is my oyster? I don't know. I could literally do anything with this. I'm just having fun, okay? So yeah, after the first 4 episodes, I have a lot of plans for things. It kind of just depends on the direction of where this goes, how many people are actually listening to it or watching it, how much traction this type of stuff gets. It really just depends on that, with what direction I want to take the podcast in, because I would love to interview anyone. As I said, literally anyone can come on the podcast. I don't care who you are, as long as you have something to say about EDM and rave, you can come on my podcast. I'm not joking. DM me, please come on my podcast. I need people to interview. But everyone starts somewhere. I'm just doing it for funsies, nothing serious. I have certain other things that I would like to do for the podcast as well. I think it would really be really cool if I did an episode where I just have feedback from you guys, the viewers. I think it would be fun if I did you know how YouTubers do where you fill out. This isn't making sense. I want to do something where I can hear from the viewers their rave horror stories, or their rave experiences, or just funny things they've experienced at a rave. I want to be able to do that at some point too. But again, it just really depends with how well the podcast does. I have a really good feeling about this. I feel with time and patience, this could go somewhere, which would be really awesome. But again, I'm not trying to get my hopes up, because I feel 2 people are going to be watching this first one. I have I'm not trying to put myself down, but I literally feel my mom and my best friend are gonna be the only 2 people watching or listening this first episode. So hey guys, love you. Thanks for the support. I don't really have anything else to say for this podcast, because as I mentioned, it's a shorter episode, because I kind of just wanted it to be an intro. I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm excited for next week's episode. I think that one will be way more entertaining than this week's episode, because as I said at the beginning, it's not going to be anything crazy today. But next week, it's going to be more fun next week. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to leave it at that. But I hope everyone has a spectacular weekend. I will be shaking my ass at tape B, so if you see that, mind your business, okay? Be safe, spread kindness, spread love. Thank you so much to anyone that listened to this. I really, really appreciate it. You have no idea. I love you guys. Bye. Ugh. This is so hard to do an outro. Holy shit. I've like recorded this outro like maybe 10 times. Oh my god. Bye. Like, why can't I just say fucking bye?